Amen. So obviously, my name is Grant Yowe, and this is my wife, Alexis, my daughter, Eden and Sage, and we also have a third girl on the way. And so the Lord just does not want to give me a son, but that's all right, that's all right. So I'm from a small town of Cordell, Georgia, 2 hours south of Atlanta. It's made up of hood and country folk. That's it. It's country folk and it's hood folk. That's just, and the beautiful thing is, my mom is white and my dad's African American, and so even in how God has made me, you see the transcultural vision that we have. And so really our church planting journey started in a small town named Sherrills Ford, right near Mooresville, close to Charlotte. And one morning, around 4 o'clock in the morning, I just sat straight up. And for Adam that knows me and Jerome and a few others, I don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I sat straight up and I just sensed the Spirit wanted us to plant a church. And it was like a surreal moment for me because I went back to sleep like, no, brother, it's not for me. I'm not planting no church. So I went back to sleep, but I just couldn't shake it. I would go to work and it was just all that I could think about is planting a church and equipping the saints for the work of ministry. And so as that happened, my wife knew something was up, as our wives know, and she asked me straight, like, what's up with you? Why are you, distant? And I'm like, I think the Lord is calling us to plant a church. And these were her exact words, where she said, you better know it's the Lord. And so we fasted, we prayed. Our lead pastor at the time, we went to him and talked about, planting a church. And we said we knew that we were not ready right now. We needed to do a residency. So that ended up making us go to Kinston, North Carolina. And we served there at our sending church, Grace Fellowship Church. And that's how I also got connected with Jerome Gay. And they're also supporting us and sending us out as well. And so the Lord just been so kind to us on our journey. And so really our vision is to see a world renewed by God in his transcultural church. So in short, Jesus has given us the burden to plant a church that reflects every type of person God has made, regardless of socioeconomic status, ethnic expression, educational level. And really at the heart of it, as you see my two daughters up here, my hope is that they grow up in a world where segregated church is no longer the norm. Because I've grown up in that, and all of you have grown up in that. And I don't have time to unpack all the layers of why there was a segregated church. Do your history. It's easy. You can go Google it. You'll find out. But that has just been a deep passion of mine. When we listen to Dr. King and his I Have a Dream speech, it has just always plagued me of why that when we were in Kinston, my daughters, we have to go to East Kinston for her to be around black and brown folks. But when we go to our church, it's predominantly white. Why is that the case? And so that was my passion. That was really my heart. And the second reason why is that we want the church to recapture a particular concern for those on the margins, that the church is to be a people that pulls those on the margins to the center of society. And really, another reason is simply because I know this word that I'm about to use is a buzzword now, but that more churches will be planted and realize that we do not have to choose between biblical fidelity and a commitment to justice. We don't have to choose. And so that has really been our heartbeat. That has really been our passion to really plant a church that, yes, I believe the Lord still giving us a calling to pastor white folks, but he's also given us a particular concern for those on the margins of our society, in particular in Greensboro. And so we are now located in Northeast Greensboro, and we are looking forward to planting in January 15th of 2023. And our hope is to plant close to North Carolina A&T so we can serve those students there and serve just the Northeast region as we come alongside King's Cross Church and other churches that are in Greensboro. And see, as like my brother said, gospel saturation, that we'll see more people come to Jesus and that we would see more churches reflect Revelation 7. I do not want to wait until the throne room until I see every tribe, every nation, and every tongue. And so that's our vision, that's our hope. And how can you help? Well, we obviously need a place to meet. We don't have a place to meet. We meet in our crib, and we love that, but, if we get a few more folks, that's not going to work. And so one of the ways that you can help us, by God's grace, my salary is fully funded, so we're good there. But we need $60,000 for facilities to be able to meet on a regular basis. And so we would love for some of you all in here to partner with us in that way and support us financially so that we can meet and have a place to meet, so that we can be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light for our city. Amen.